We need Geekazord power now!
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zord Ascension Project, Dragozord. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front, we have a lovely image there of the Dragozord, Zord Ascension Project, Mighty Morphin, Dragozord, Lightning Collection, all that good stuff here. On this side of the box, we have a lovely image of the figure itself. On this side, we have some lovely artwork of the Dragozord. Up top, symbolage and stuff. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots, things and stuff and things. And we can remove the slipcover here to reveal the rest of the image. You got a big old QR code. You want to scan it? Go ahead, free scan on me. On the bottom, more symbolage. On the back, lots of symbolage done in a nice green. And we can open up this box here, because the inside of the box is quite nice as well. I swear they put more money into the box than they did into the figure, but hey, it is what it is. But you open up the box, and on the inside here, you have a nice piece of artwork of the Dragozord fighting the Megazord, which is quite cool. And you have this right here. Got the Dragozord symbol, the helmet, the Dragozord itself, and then you pull this out, and in here is where the Dragozord sits, and that is basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the ZAP Dragonzord, the next in this Zord Ascension Project line. And yeah, this one, I will say right off the bat, this one is definitely a bit better than the Megazord. So, you know, credit where it's due. But yeah, here is the Dragonzord. Let's get in close here so we can take a look not at that chromey chest, but at that noggin. There's the noggin. It's a nice Dragozordy noggin going on there, and all the detail on this figure is molded and painted, and there's a lot to be seen here. Very nicely done. You can see we got some nice silver chrome. We got lots of gold chrome here. Lots of chromey goodness. Nice green. Again, all this detail is molded and painted. Got some nice chrome there on the chest. The transparent red going around it. You can kind of see me. Hi. Yeah. Nice detail there in the hands. Again, lots of chromey goodness going on there. I love the detailing here with the green section. It's really nice. You have the dragon crotch. Again, the chromed out little knee details there. Oh no, quite nice. Even the toes have some paint on them. Quite nice. From the back, you got the dragon booty. See the nice tail there with the green and gold going down the side, open up the back, and there you go. But yeah, looks really good. Looks premium. May not feel premium, but looks premium. Now, articulation-wise, the mouth can open and close, although when you close the mouth and then try to open it again, it will kind of pull the robot mode face down with it. So you probably need something to kind of hold that up while you're doing that, which is a bit annoying. I wish maybe it kind of locked in some way, but if you just kind of push that back up, there you go. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying there, but something you can do if you want to do it. As far as the arms go, if you untab these sections, you can bring the arms outward. Other than that, you just get a little bit of upward and downward movement. The wrists can move down. That's more for transformation, but you can use it if you need it to. And the hands themselves are on a ball joint, so you have some wiggly waggly rotation. The legs can move forward that far, back about that far. You get a little bit of outward movement, just a click there. As far as the knees, that is all the knee bend you're going to get. And as far as the feet go, the feet are on a ball joint. They can move up, they can move down. You have rotation, and you have some ankle tiltage. The tail, you have quite a few joints to work with here. You have an up and down joint right here, and each segment is on a ball joint. So you have lots of wiggly wagglies. You can get a pretty good pose out of it. A little bit more upward than sideways, but you can still kind of get a decent range of movement out of that tail. Now, as far as accessories go, we'll start off here with the staff portion. This is for the battle mode here. You can see just done all in black. I already have a hand attached to it. You get two of these hands, a right and a left, for holding this staff weapon here. This hand is not easy to get on. That's why I already have it on, just so I don't have to struggle with it later. But you can pop off this bottom section. It makes life a little bit easier getting the hand on, but you still have to stretch these fingers out a lot to get the hand wrapped around this, but I'll show that off more when we get to the combinations, but you get that. You do also get these filler pieces right here, and these are again for the combinations, and I'll show that off when we get to that. Cross that bridge when we get to it. We get not one but two little versions of the Green Ranger here. We get one with him in his roll call pose, and we get one with him playing the Dragon Dagger and summoning the Dragonzord. You can see just how tiny he is next to the Dragonzord. So you got that as well. We do also get some optional hands. We get these kind of more naturally posed hands as opposed to just the straight fingers that are already installed. You get just a more natural pose there with the hands, and you also get a pair of hands with the missiles coming out of them. That's quite cool. And we also get effects parts with the missiles firing on a transparent red with some white at the base, and these attached to these hands. And you just take these and they just plug right into the fingers like that and like that. And the Dragonzord is now firing its missiles, and that's pretty cool. So you get some blooshing we can do. Some blooshing, that's right. What? Bloosh! We'll keep it quick. We'll keep it brief. There you go. Some brief Dragonzord blooshing. And one more little thing we can show off here is we can open up the Dragonzord's forehead. And inside you can see little Tommy there in the cockpit. Just done, all in green. He's in there. That's pretty cool. So there you go. And for comparison, here it is with the Legacy Dragonzord. So you can see how this works out. Now the Legacy version is definitely a lot heavier because there's diecast in it. The ZAP version weighs next to nothing, unfortunately. Detailing wise and just overall aesthetically, the ZAP version looks way, way better. But the Legacy one definitely has more of a quality feel. It has that heft to it due to the diecast. So, there's wins and losses in both cases here. So there you have that. And here it is with the ZAP Megazord. So you can see how that works out. He doesn't like to stand straight. You know why? Because his knee joints suck. Anyway, there we go. That's a bit better. So there you go. So now let's get down to the fun stuff. Let's get down to some combinations here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip off the Dragonzord's tail. And we need to, you can see it can compress. Like so. We're only going to need these three segments here. So we need to pop this off the ball joint. So just pop that off. We only need this. This is all we need of the tail. The rest of this can go off to the side. So this is what we need right now. And then we are going to take the Dragonzord and just split it in half. Like so. Remove the centerpiece. Put that off to the side for now. And then we can just connect all this back together. Like so. So what we're going to do now is, look, I'm looking through its chest. That's kind of creepy, but hey. And you want to take the hands. They will collapse up into these pieces right here, like so. And then you want to unpeg these pieces and bring them forward, and they will connect up front to make the new chest piece. Once you have done that, we can do this now. You can just open up the mouth and bring down that combined mode face. And we're going to come here to the knees. You want to open up this panel, flip the legs up, and then just flip this panel down, and that will just sit like that. Just straighten that leg out. And also, one thing also to note on my copy, this side we get a ratchet, That side, no ratchet. Don't know what's going on there. I don't know if something broken there or what, but there's no ratchet here. Ratchet here. I don't know. I don't know, people. But anyway, bring that up. And again, just close that up like that. Just bring that up. Bring these connectors down like that. And like that. We can also bring this connector up just to get that out of the way. Like so. And the Dragonzord is ready to go. So now we can bring in Saber-Tooth Tiger. And plug it in. Bring in the Triceratops. Plug that in. Like so. These joints don't suck, so he actually stands quite solidly. That makes me happy. And we bring in the Mastodon in its combined mode. That will just clip onto the back there. Shoulders will clip in like that. And there we go. There we have the Dragonzord in its battle mode, and that looks quite cool. I've always loved this combination. I think that looks really cool and really well done with this, this ZAP aesthetic. And you can see the assemblage there on the knees, done in that nice green and gold. And it looks quite good, and it works. And these knee joints don't suck, so it's actually pretty sturdy. Although you don't get too much range of movement, you have to move pretty much this whole thing to really get a knee bend, and then things are just going to look kind of weird, but it is what it is. But I'm just appreciative that his knees work the way knees should, so he can stand nice and solidly. So already leaps and bounds above the Megazord. And we'll just bring him back over here just so we can get a close-up look at that combined mode face. You can see a nice transparent red plastic right there, lots of silver. That looks quite good, quite good. So now we can put the weapon together, and to do that, we're just going to bring in this section here. This will get this little post that will just plug in right there like so, and this is just going to pop onto this ball right there. Pop that on. Takes a bit of doing, but it's doable. There we go. Then you come back here and you flip out the handle and plug that into the hand, and voila. There is the Dragonzord battle mode wielding its weapon. And again, that looks really cool. And again, you have that hand holding the staff there, so we can pop this off. And we can plug that in, like so, and he can do his little drill stab attack. There we go. Like that. And I like that. I like that very much. And for comparison, here it is with the Legacy version in battle mode, so you can see how that works out. And definitely the ZAP version looks way better in my opinion, so there you go. So now let's move on to the combination with the Megazord. So we just need to undo this, just put that off to the side, and remove these legs. Yeah. Just hold on very securely. Oh, there we go. Jeez, very secure. I will say that. Very secure connection. There we go. Put those off to the side. Thank you. He split, but we kind of need him to split anyway. So we can split the body, take these sections here, and bring them back to the sides, like so. Tap that in. Bring the combined mode face up. And this is where these bits come into play for this combination. These little bits here are just going to clip on right here and just make this section here just look more solid instead of just this kind of hollow thing with the hands just kind of poking out. Just give it a little bit more of a solid look, like that, and like that. You can see that makes that look a lot better. So we just open this up and bring the waist sections down like so, and that is pretty much ready to go. Actually, one more thing we need to do is bring this panel behind his head up and just bring that up like so, and that is all good to go. And then we bring our Megazord back in. There's a little bit of prep work we have to do here for the Megazord. You want to bring down the shoulder pads here. You want to take the horns and swing them to the back like so. And the hips you want to shift out like that and like that. So that is pretty much good to go. The Tyrannosaurus tail, you just want to bring that down, get that out of the way. So what's going to happen here is we're going to take the Dragonzord and it will drop down onto the Megazord. Now you have these clips right here on either side that are going to clip in right beside his head, on either side of his head. And you want these horns back here, basically going through this opening here. It takes a bit of doing, and in all fairness, on the Legacy version, it's not the easiest thing to do either. But, oh, that actually dropped in. I say that, and it worked no problem. See, this is what happens. Sometimes when the camera's on, everything goes wrong. Sometimes everything goes right when it was fighting you any other time. Okay. You kind of see how that's working out there. Thank you for being so cooperative. Literally the only time it was being cooperative. But there you go. You can see what's going on there. Those little horns are sticking out the back. And you have this little section here that'll clip in right back there, just to hold that in place. Bring that down, and the tail just sits up against it like so. And a couple more things to do here. You need to come down here. We're going to take this section of the tail. Again, you just want these 3 segments. And that is going to plug in right onto this ball right here. So plug that in. And this is, again, very tight. And there you go. We got it on with the power of my raw strength and editing. Anyway, so once we've done that, we come to this side. And this post will go into this slot right here. So you just tab that on and just kind of bring that up so everything just kind of levels off like that. And there you go. There you have the Mega Dragonzord. And that looks pretty cool. I like this combination too, but the battle mode is definitely my favorite of the 2 Zord combos. But this one works as well. And even with the Megazord's wonky knees, he's actually surprisingly stable. I was expecting this thing to just topple over if you looked at it funny, but he's actually surprisingly stable, even with the Megazord's wonky knees. This combo actually stands pretty well. So, hey, credit where it's due, credit where it's due. And for comparison, here it is with the Legacy Mega Dragonzord. And the bad thing about the Legacy version is that the diecast makes him very front heavy. He needs the knee supports to kind of keep him up, and you can see he's still just kind of drooping forward. Yeah. So again, I will definitely say the ZAP version definitely wins in terms of aesthetics. The ZAP version is also definitely way more stable than the Legacy version, and also you have the die-cast feet, so you know these always have a tendency to just kind of fall and droop because the joints are not strong enough to support the weight of those heavy die-cast feet, but you know, it is what it is. So there you go. So there you have the ZAP Dragozord, and yeah, I mean, I'll say the same thing about this that I said about the Megazord. It looks premium, it just doesn't feel premium. It's extremely light. The box weighs 10 times more than the figure, which is funny, honestly. Again, I feel like they put more budget into the box than they did into the figure, but it is what it is. The Dragozord looks great, though. It looks great in Dragozord mode, it looks great in the battle mode, it looks good even in the Mega Dragozord mode. Like, all the modes look fantastic. I just wish it felt more substantial than it is. They're just super light. They weigh next to nothing. So, again, looks premium, just doesn't feel premium. Now, will we get a ZAP Titanus so we can have a ZAP Ultrazord? Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what the future brings. But, yeah, so far this ZAP line it's, like I said, looks great. Just wish it was just, you know, I just wish it felt as premium as it looked. But it is what it is. We'll see what the future brings. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Power Rangers Lightning Collection items, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Power Rangers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zord Ascension Project Dragonzord. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek! Be proud! Palm in your face!